Hey guys, welcome to WPX Box. This is Ashish, and today we have the Lumia 525 with us. This is the new Lumia 520, which has come up from Nokia, and they're pitching it at upgraded version of the 520 because 520 was a low-end phone which came with only 512 memory MB of RAM, and when Microsoft started with low-end phones, they had a restriction of all should have a minimum 512 MB. Now with Nokia 525, the Lumia 525, this restriction has gone away, and now you have a 525 with 1 GB of memory. So you can have a low-end Windows phone and you can still run most of the games, because some of the games which come are optimized for 1 GB of RAM and they don't run on the 512 MB RAM. So if you have a 525, you'll be actually able to run those games. So that's the hardware perspective. Compared to 520, there's no change at all, except for the two facts. One is the upgraded version of RAM, and the second is the texture, which is on the case of the 525. It's much more smoother now, and it's I would say it's like it gives you a better grip because it has now a curved edges instead of having straight edges, which was there in the 520. So I have a 520 as well with me. So you can see the obvious difference between them, that 525 has better curved edges compared to the 520, and the case itself speaks for itself. You can see that it's much more catchy and much better. Now, if I show you the device on side by side, you'll actually feel absolutely no difference. It's almost the same stuff from all the sides, and there's not much of difference in display or any of the hardware spec. So now, if I would say, if you would ask should I pick up a 520 or 525? So there will be two factors here. The 525 will come with a price factor most probably between 12 to 14K, and 520 is still at around 8 or 9K. So now it's your choice. If you want to upgrade to 1 GB memory on a low-end phone, you can spend 12K, which gives you the feeling of 520 and still use the 525. But if you are looking for a phone in 8 or 9K range, and you don't have much money to invest in that, and you can live with 512 MB RAM, because honestly speaking, most of the games now or then they come up on the hardware sooner or later. So it's not much of weight these days as it was there in the ecosystem before. So that's 525 and 520 on side by side. You'll hardly see any difference between the devices. There's absolutely not. Only the internal difference has changed, and the case and the form factor has changed a bit. So there's not much of difference. Apart from that, I can show you what's inside of both the phones. So let me just open this up. So there you go. Both the devices, even from inside, has no problem. They're almost the same. You can see the camera and the SIM slot, the SD slot, and the speakers, and all are absolutely same. Even from the sides, you can see they are all same. So there's not of difference except for the battery. Let's take a look at the battery. So if I give you a better look on the battery, it's 1430 mAh, while the 1430 mAh battery is also there on 520. So you can see that there's not much of difference, but still Nokia has come up with a device which is with 1 GB of difference. So that's all from the WPX Box. This is Ashish, and if you have any questions between them or any of the devices, please let me know. Thanks.